Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am currently back at my parents' house. This is my old room. I just got back for spring break. So sorry that this video is going to be up a little bit later than usual. I should have uploaded about 45 minutes ago, but I didn't. I'm gonna try to film, edit, and upload all today. I'm uploading late because midterms week just about killed me. And then I had to drive home and all of that. But anyway, for spring break, I brought home my scrapbook, mainly to show to my parents and stuff. And this is my scrapbook for a semester at sea. I kind of showed it to you guys. I showed you me finishing it in my day in the life video. And so now that it's all done, I thought I would go through it with you guys. One, show you the scrapbook, but two, also kind of show you what I did to make it. Because I have never made a scrapbook before, but I decided to kind of go into it and delve into the world of scrapbooking. I don't really know how great of a job I did, but I took a long time on it and I thought it was really fun, so I wanted to show you guys what I did. So if you are not familiar, this is my scrapbook for semester at sea, which I did almost a year and a half ago now. Yeah, it took me like a year to make this scrapbook. But basically I went and studied abroad on a ship for an entire semester. It was like 104 days and we went to about 12 countries. So I made a scrapbook just to keep track of all of my memories. I want to show you guys how I kind of prepared for it, what I got, so that if you are interested in making your own scrapbook, this might help give you some ideas. So I laid out all of my scrapping book stuff over here so I can show it to you. This is the scrapbook itself, which I will go into later. But first, for any of you who are interested in maybe doing your own scrapbook, I want to show you what kind of supplies and everything I got to make it. Pretty much all of this is from Michael's craft store, including the scrapbook itself. So first I picked out my scrapbook and I got this one that's kind of like this blue and green. It's kind of beachy, and so that's why I liked it for semester at sea. It has a little sun thing here and this little window to put a picture, so I put our like whole voyage picture, that's all of us, on the back of the ship. And then it came with 10 12 by 12 inch pages. So then for supplies, I put all of my supplies into this box here, which actually fit everything pretty perfectly. I have some random things like glue sticks, which I actually never really ended up using. I almost always used one of these glue dot runners. And then there's just random other things in here that I didn't really use, but I still have. So first of all, one thing I did was make a plan for my scrapbook. I put all 20 pages and I planned out what I was going to put on each page. So I basically have a page for every country, plus some other random things like pages on the ship, disembarkation, there's Neptune Day in here and stuff like that. For the supplies itself, I basically went with a blue and green theme, mainly because that matched the scrapbook itself. I got these different colored Sharpies, mainly in blues and greens, to write with, because a few of the things I have in here are things that I just wrote out by hand. To go with that, I got some of this thin blue and green washi tape, and this was mainly used to hold up pictures and tickets and stuff like that. I got different papers in various blue and green shades. This just came in a whole package that had all of these different colors in it. Like I said earlier, I mainly used one of these glue dot runners, which has these tiny little glue dots on it, and you basically just run it along a piece of paper and that gets on the paper and then it's sticky. And this was super easy to use. I definitely recommend one of these. It was easy and it did not create a mess like things like glue sticks usually do. I also used some double-sided tape, which is pretty similar to the glue dot runner, you know, same kind of idea. It makes it sticky. And that's just how I put down like all of my pictures and stuff like that. I also just have a pair of scissors for, you know, cutting out pictures. And then I had lots of stickers because of course when you do a scrapbook, you have to have lots of stickers. I think my favorite sticker pack that I got was this one. And I think I actually vlogged when I got this, because I got this kind of late. It may have been during Vlogmas, but I mainly liked it because it really went with my blue and green theme. I mainly used a lot of the ones that were really blue and green and really went with the theme, but these just went really well with my scrapbook and what I wanted. I also found a lot that were very like beach and ocean oriented, so that was really good since I was on a ship. You guys will see more of the stickers and stuff that I used when I show you my actual scrapbook. So that is pretty much it for supplies, and I just kept all of this in here. And then for the pictures themselves, I basically went through like all of my favorite pictures from semester at sea and picked out about 5 or so for every country. And I put them all into a Word document and printed them out all in color, and then went through and cut all of those out. And then I organized them into what I wanted to have on each page. So I basically organized all of my pages before I even started putting anything in my scrapbook. This helped me stay organized and make sure I didn't forget to put anything on a certain page or something like that. So I basically put everything together with a paper clip, so if I had my page for Germany, I had the pictures I wanted for Germany, any little extra trinket things I might have, some plane tickets, train tickets, etc. So I basically went through all of my pictures and little knickknacks and stuff and organized it into every country so I knew what I was going to be putting on every page. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual scrapbook. I basically already showed you guys the front of it, and as you can see, it is quite thick. It does not lay flat whatsoever. And that's because I have lots of extra little things in here like sand that just make it really big. And look how cute the inside is of this. It has little shells and stuff on it. I just really like the blue and green beachy vibe of this. So here for my first page, I basically just have a big overview of semester at sea as a whole. And I put little ship sticker things that I got at Michael's. These came from a booklet that I had that I just cut them out. I put little phrases that we would say like ship not a boat, voyage not a cruise, travelers not tourists, our travel advice, which you can read that. Yeah, so basically I just thought that this was a nice way to start it and give kind of an overview of semester at sea. So then I get into the countries. The first country I went to where we embarked was Germany. So here I put a lot of fun tickets and stuff in addition to the pictures. So I have like my boarding pass and my ticket to the Maritime Museum, my ticket to the Chocolate Museum, next to a picture of me at the Chocolate Museum. Moving on to the Greece page, this was our first port. So I basically just have lots of pictures here of like me in Acropolis, me with a really dang good euro, Santorini, which was beautiful, other little tickets and things like that. This was for the ferry ride. And in here I put some sand. One fun thing I did on semester at sea was trying to collect sand in every country, so you will see a lot throughout my scrapbook. I have little bags of sand. And I think this is really cool because it's very like, you know, 3D and tactile. And it's something where you can see like, yes, this really came from here. This is what the sand looks like here. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. Unfortunately, I didn't really get the sand into these bags and didn't really think about putting it in my scrapbook until I did like 3/4 of my scrapbook. So a lot of them I had to kind of go in and place in a weird position afterwards. So if you notice that throughout the scrapbook, that's why. Moving on to the next country, we have Italy. I did a lot of very touristy things in Italy. I went and saw St. Peter's Basilica, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Colosseum. I went to Florence. I also sometimes tried to remember to save a few things like currency and money. Also, if you notice, I have the flag of the country in every corner, which is true throughout this whole book. Flags I got, they were stickers that I got on semester at sea, but you could also, if you want to do that for your scrapbook, just print out your own flags. Also, all of these names I made on the computer and I tried to make them, you know, similar colors to the flags. And I just printed those out on regular paper and put those in on my own. I have other little tickets like the Vatican Museum, some more sand. As you can see, I had to put it in there weirdly because I forgot to put it in earlier. Over here is Spain. I had a lot of tickets for Spain. Park Güell, the aquarium, more sand, Picasso Museum, the Sagrada Familia. Next is Morocco and Senegal. It's actually not in Morocco, but it was in between Spain and Morocco. We were going through the Strait of Gibraltar, and I just really like this picture. I thought it was really funny because it was so windy. So that's me and my really good friend Lizzie. We took a quick break from class to go outside on the deck and see the Strait of Gibraltar. Here are just some other places that I went in Morocco. What I think is a good idea if you're doing a scrapbook is to often put where you were. Especially for something like this where I went so many places, I may forget exactly where this is. So if I put a little tag telling me, then I will remember. Especially when I'm looking at this years down the road, I think that kind of thing will help a lot. Next is Senegal. We went on a fun safari. We went to Gorée Island, which is where this sand is from. This is the door of no return. I have some more currency. That's from the safari. So another thing I will mention, I know all of my pages are kind of plain and white. I know a lot of people kind of put like a background to their scrapbook and they buy these additional pages that fit in here, but I just wanted to do it on the white. I wasn't going to try to fit additional stuff in here and put a background for every page or something like that. Next, between Senegal and Brazil, we had Neptune Day, which is the day that you cross the equator. And this was a super fun day. I had to kiss a fish and kiss King Neptune's ring. I had to get green slime poured all over my face. There's a whole video of this day on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. A bunch of people shaved their head. Here I have my Neptune crossing card, which my dad made me. And this is to show that you are now a shellback instead of a polywog because you have crossed the equator and gone through King Neptune's crossing. That's not really a country, but it was a really fun day and something I want to remember. Next, we went to Brazil, and I have lots of fun pictures here. I basically spent my entire time in Salvador and Praia do Forte. There's some more currency, and for these I basically just put tape on the back and stuck them on, and there you go. Here I have my bracelets that they give you when you get to Brazil, and you're supposed to keep them on until they fall off, and when they fall off your wish is supposed to come true. I kind of shook mine off because I was tired of it and didn't want it on my wrist anymore, but some of my friends still have theirs on to this day. Next we have Trinidad and Tobago. I only spent 2 days here, but one thing I did was hung out with a bunch of adolescents in the area, so these two guys here are from Trinidad. And I also got to talk to a psychologist in the area because I was taking a class in adolescent psychology, so we went and kind of learned about that and what adolescents are like in Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago is also 2 islands in the Caribbean, so I have fun little Caribbean things here. And yeah, I don't have that much for this page, honestly, just because I was only there for 2 days. Then I have a page on the Panama Canal because we did go through the canal and that was super fun. I have some fun little historical facts here. There's a picture of me in the very early morning trying to watch us go through the canal. We had a very yummy like barbecue type thing that day. So this is all just on the Panama Canal because I wanted to remember that. Again, it's not a country, but it's still something that we did. Next I have Peru, which I think was probably my favorite country on the entire voyage. Here I took a selfie while riding a donkey, which I thought was a pretty skilled move. There's me at Machu Picchu, me with a real llama, and me with a not real llama. This is a screenshot from my first day in Peru when I did a Snapchat takeover for Colorado State University's Snapchat, so that was super fun. I have this bracelet here that the people of Miss Monet gave me. I also had a ton of transportation tickets for Peru because I took planes and trains and buses and all kinds of stuff. I just made this little pocket for my tickets, just out of the construction paper and stuff that I showed you earlier. I stuck it in here and stuck just all of my tickets in there. After Peru, we went to Ecuador, and I spent most of my time in Ecuador in the Galapagos Islands. Here are the things I did before I went to the Galapagos. This was actually on my birthday. I got to take care of some little kids, and that was so much fun. And then I got to go hang out with these adolescents, and they taught us how to dance. In the Galapagos, I did some fun things like snorkeling, and we got to see lots of cool things like the tortoises and iguanas and all of that. The Galapagos was a really cool place to go. And I have sand from 2 different islands in the Galapagos, the Florida Island and Santa Cruz Island. After Ecuador was our very last country, Costa Rica. I spent almost all of my time in Costa Rica doing some independent travel with friends. We went to Manuel Antonio National Park, so I have some sand from there, and I have my ticket that we got for the nature trail thing. I have some more currency. We went parasailing, we went on like a catamaran cruise kind of thing. We saw monkeys, we went zip lining. Costa Rica was a ton of fun and a good way to end the trip. So sadly, after Costa Rica was disembarkation day. So here are some pictures from that. My parents came to meet me and held up a New Mexico flag, which was so cute. There's me in front of the ship. I was crying a lot, so I don't look my best in those pictures. My whole family came to meet me. I mean, we were also hanging out in San Diego anyway, but I like to say that they came for me. There's this bracelet that we all got on like the first day of the voyage, so I put that in here so that I'll always have it and remember it. There's my friend Sarah. I know you're watching this. I miss you. And yeah, this was a sad, sad day, but it's good to remember. So after all of the countries, I decided to just do a few pages with things of the ship. So here I kind of did ship life. This was one of my classes. This was the crew talent show, the Sea Olympics, just fun things I did. The one ice cream sundae that I got, that was good. More bracelets and things because This was from the Sea Olympics. I was part of the Bering Sea, and our color was black, so we wore black bracelets, and we all wore black, and yeah, that was super fun. Then over here, I just wanted to show some pictures of the ship. This is what it looks like on the outside. This is the Lido Terrace. This is the Kaiser Saal where we all meet. We even have one of our classes in there. This was my cabin number 4145, so I never forget. The view from the back of the ship, the pool deck, all of that. It was a really nice ship, I will say that, and I miss it so much. I also added this page with all of my friends, and I have this quote that says, "It doesn't matter where you're going, it's who you have beside you," which I thought was really nice. I really miss my friends, so I just decided to add this page. We had so much fun. And here are these bracelets that I gave to my friends, and this one was mine. I brought these from New Mexico and gave them to them. And yeah, I just thought that this was really cute, and I wanted to put it together because even if we're just hanging out on the ship, so many of my best memories of semester at sea were with my friends. And then I was just going to end it there, but I still had one page left in my scrapbook and some stickers left to use. So I just decided to end it with kind of this page with a bunch of different quotes and stuff on it. I really like this one. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone, things like that. I just really liked these quotes. And then the very, very last page is just this one quote by Mark Twain. Sorry, my handwriting isn't the best, but it says, "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover." And then I have that just followed by kind of a sunset because it's the end, and then semester at sea, fall 2016. I also have this bead kind of thing that I made on the voyage, and I basically tried to do it by flags. So like these two represent Greece, this represents Italy, Spain, Morocco, Senegal, etc. Yeah, and that is the end of my scrapbook. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope maybe you got a few ideas if you want to make your own scrapbook. I really miss my time at semester at sea, but I'm glad that I have this scrapbook to kind of remember it by. It was also really fun to make, so if you guys are interested in doing something like that, I would highly suggest it. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Subscribe if you want to stick around, and I'll see you next time. Bye!